Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to this 2024 Super Metroid Hardway to Hell tournament match between PapaSchmo and kyzentun. PapaSchmo is on the left side of your screen, kyzentun is on the right side of your screen. I am JXB Adam. I will be commenting on this and tracking it. I am joined in the booth by Vincent RTA. Vincent, how's it going this evening?
It is going well. Weekend is over. Well, not quite over yet because we do have this race to watch tonight. I've seen a few of these now, and some crazy things can happen in these races. I saw a race yesterday morning and called it where we didn't have super missiles until the 30-minute mark for one player and the hour and 20-minute mark for the second player. It was absolutely nuts, but that's just the way these randomizers go.
Absolutely. Everybody loves a good super missile hunt. And if they're not getting a good super missile hunt, maybe they're getting a good explosives hunt. But usually it's the super missiles. So did you see that bag over there that's on the ground?
That looks like a bag of some serpent-like figures. Maybe snakes?
It is a bag of snakes, and that's what we're going to be running tonight. Bag of Snakes, basically a specialized setting of Hardway to Hell where we're going to have area randomization on top of the items we don't have just as part of the presets for Hardway to Hell with the not space jump, what am I thinking? Plasma beam and screw attack. We also are going to be having minimizer and a random start location. What do we get?
Yes! Hi.
It's a Sarah's start. Okay, chat. Hope you had it on the bingo.
We were literally talking about this. They were talking about this in the race room, whether or not this would happen. We actually have a Sarah start. Oh my gosh.
And of course, kyzentun playing with that custom 3-gamer sprite.
Yeah, this is definitely not a normal start, chat. This is definitely a very interesting and fun start. Here we go. Ridley fight in the first 35 seconds of the game. We're not used to this when we're watching these randomizers. And you do see that we're getting a starter charge to start with. Uh-oh.
Don't panic, chat, don't panic. We're just syncing the streams.
All right, there we go. Yes.
It looks like I was off by a second.
We have the baby charge, which is not the best charge. It is definitely nerf damage, but it does allow for a potential finish in the game with things the way they are. But hey, we have a suitless Ridley fight here at the minute.
Suitless Ridley fight at minute 23. Let's go, chat.
Love it. Bam. Love to see it.
kyzentun is done. You did see at the beginning of this, PapaSchmo was doing some of those baby charge shots. It turns out that Sarah's Ridley is just 100 shots of damage.
Yep. So now we'll be, yeah, there we go. Just resyncing. Yeah. They were actually talking about the strategy of how to do this right before this happened. So this is kind of awesome that we're getting it. So we do have, yep, there we go. PapaSchmo successfully finishes. kyzentun is finishing. God, that sprite. I can't wait to see what that sprite looks like in other suits.
All right, so Lord Ostrick, Sarah's in a rando? Absolutely, that's what happens when you look inside a bag of snakes. You can get Sarah's.
Snakes are unpredictable and evil creatures, and this version of the randomizer is no different. It can be scaly, it can be kind of slimy, it can bite you when you're not expecting it, and I fully expect that this bag of snakes will do that exact thing to these players, providing very difficult logic for them, but if you know either of these runners, have seen them run anything, you know both of them work a lot on randomizers and are both very competent players in randomizers. So I'm looking forward to a great race between both of them.
Absolutely. That was just a little appetizer for the fun that is about to come here on planet Zebes. Question in chat: why did they not just damage down from M Keystone? I believe in the Bag of Snakes Hardway to Hell setting, you actually have to defeat Sarah's Ridley. Damaging down doesn't work. Sarah's Ridley will just kill you.
Yes. It is one of the major differences here. So they did actually have to take that fight. All right, where are we going to start off? What's going to happen here? We got missiles to start. This means we're going to have morph in the ceiling. Oh, what a feeling. And nothing. I do like that kyzentun did jump on it. That setting is not on in these races, but you could potentially have a setting where the items are invisible. Thankfully, that's not what happened here. Oh, how about that early find?
It was exciting. I'm going to catch it on PapaSchmo's screen. Oh, morph bombs. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like it's maybe not the most exciting thing all the time, but like bombs is such a luxury to have early. That is very nice. That opens up a little bit of movement too. That also could put in logic IBJs to reach areas, or as maybe the answer to some of the progression in the game. It also gives us some other brain check early, which is nice. And we see nothing.
So get used to seeing nothing, chat.
Yes, that leads us into, if you haven't seen the Bag of Snakes settings, this is a very low ammo count. So unlike the seed I saw yesterday, where we had 90 missiles, 60 supers, 60 power bombs, we're going to have a much lower ammo count during this run. It is cut off to add that difficulty level for the runners. The nice thing about this tournament is that both players get it. We see two different approaches to climb room. PapaSchmo goes with the tried and true down grab, where kyzentun ran the wall jump up. Both of them are very close time-wise in the room.
All right, so Vincent, we are being asked to go over the settings of Bag of Snakes. The biggest one that I know is that it's minimizer, which means we have, as Vincent was saying earlier, far less ammo than a standard Hardway to Hell seed. Also, it's entirely possible that Wave and Spazer are just completely omitted from these settings. Do you know the other things? We did have the random area start, or we will have randomized areas. So we'll see when we get to the doors, they're going to be flashing gray doors. So the connections will be to different areas. And then I believe the start was also randomized, and we got the exceptionally fun Sarah's Station start.
And if I believe correctly, because we're in minimizer, there's an entire area missing.
Oh, that's true as well. I completely spaced on saying that. But yes, there will be one entire area of the game completely locked out.
We will never see Green Bryn during this run. Oh, see, like, wow, backup strats for kyzentun to get the Alcatraz escape. Nice. I was looking at it, I'm like, it has got to be hard to see that with the sprites on getting that. But I mean, I suppose when you practice that enough, like, yeah, the fact that he missed and just got the backup strat, like, just wow, with that crazy sprite. That's some technique there.
It's absolutely great technique. All speedrunners have backups. I think this is actually the standard sprite that kyzentun runs with, though.
I mean, of course, it's like if you're running something like this in a tournament, this is something you practice with on a regular basis. You're not just doing this because I do like this crazy no E-tank bomb only gauntlet check here, though. I'm not sad about this at all. This is going to give a lot of information.
Well, it's information. It's also 3 item locations, and PapaSchmo is bomb jumping up here to criteria power bombs, but that's still going to be a power bomb door up there. So
Yep.
I'm not sure what PapaSchmo is doing.
Might have been just so happy that he can reach the area, kind of forgot that it's going to be blocked off.
Also could be just a little mental flub from playing map rando.
Okay. Yep. Speaking of map rando, hopefully some of you have come from SpeedGaming too, where that tournament just wrapped up in a game 5 matchup, which is awesome. I'm not going to talk about who won in case you want to go watch the result. You watch it for yourself, but that just ended, and that looked like a really cool run.
All right, first stop at the front of Gauntlet is absolutely nothing. What will be waiting in the drop?
I saw who the 2 racers in that one were, and that those were 2 just legends in like just absolute top tier players in Metroid or Super Metroid in general. These are 2 very, very experienced randomized runners, so again, excited at what we're going to see from them. Lining up the seed with a sprite. Oh, and look at this. Just stone nothing.
Gauntlet's nothing, and unfortunate for PapaSchmo taking a death.
Yeah, that's rough. But kyzentun did do the safety check of seeing if the item was there or not.
Yep, you always got to pop through that door for Terminator, and let's see what our first area transitions hold for us.
Yes, this is about to say that we're going to get our first look at where else we can go. Okay. Finding Red Tower is a very good thing. Red Tower is usually a very good connector because there's so many locations you can reach. But we are still looking for a couple of extremely important things. We do need our first super pack, and we need a power bomb pack as soon as we can get it.
Didn't you say there wasn't going to be green, Bryn? I think the area that's omitted might be randomized.
Oh. Okay.
So good news, we heard the complaint about this being the best music in the game, so we made sure it was still put here, even though we didn't really do that.
Last minute change. We made the adjustment. I was actually, it's funny, I was teaching someone this room last night. I was off playing some Magic the Gathering EDH, and the room we play in has a Super Nintendo connected, and I was teaching how to get through this room early in the game because they did not know.
Yep, it's just that little mock ball and roll right under, and hopefully don't mess it up like I would 15 times.
Well, I was kind of surprised because I looked at the room and there was no didn't have super missiles, and the room was all red. I was like, wait a minute, what happened? So I went and it was like, oh, you didn't know where the super missiles are. Okay, well, they're right here. So got to show just, I mean, for a lot of people, if you haven't played a lot of this game, it's the item locations aren't just intuitive all the time. Some of them are hidden in weird places.
Oh, this game is absolutely designed to make you fight for just about everything.
Oh, is kyzentun setting? Oh, nope.
Oh, you thought you were getting a moon dance, didn't you?
Oh, I was hoping.
I thought we were getting a moon dance. That's what it looked like.
Hoping we were getting a moonfall. Yeah, moon dance would be great to see. I know that's one that I think Zenny has that planned into his RBO run.
Entirely possible. And what's interesting about these settings, chat, that moon dance could potentially be required.
Yes, that's why so like we're looking at what's happened so far. Like, okay, so now we got to backtrack and we got to look at some areas and figure out, well, where could things possibly be? There is a possibility that might have to take a save, and this is something we were kind of almost hoping for in a race yesterday was that we'd see a Spore Spawn fight. Actually, we did see a Spore Spawn fight and was hoping that that was the first logical super pack, but it was not, alas. Instead, it required hell runs to get their first super pack.
Well, I've got semi-decent news. It is entirely possible that our first power bombs are sitting behind Spore Spawn in this seed.
Oh. I am going to apply and become an SG setup person just so I can help get gambles in the chats in the future.
Yeah, so in Hardway to Hell settings, the suit Gambo would be Varia, Gravity, or none.
Or nothing. None of the above is possible. We might see a double suitless run. It is possible.
Well, we've already seen one suitless Ridley. Maybe we can get two.
How about a suitless Ridley and suitless Meridia? Sorry, suitless Ridley and the suitless Meridia. That would be fun.
All right, kyzentun has gone back to Red Tower and is checking all of these area transitions before committing to anything crazy like killing the lesser-known Spospo, the download, the DLC that Nintendo pioneered in 1994. Always fun to see the single P shot of frustration when there's no item.
That was something. There was a lot of missiles of anger yesterday in the race that I watched. A lot of missiles of anger. All right, looks like PapaSchmo is going. Yeah. The stupid thing might be a thing.
Ooh, PapaSchmo is gonna go ahead and take the save and do the thing, because why not?
I mean,
the thing is, it's also possible that our logical super missiles are back here, because they've got morph bombs, so they can get out with just super missiles. In fact, it would have to be super missiles. If it's power bombs, they can't get out yet.
Right. So, oof. Here we go. Something, speaking of music that I enjoy hearing, it's because it's so rare to hear it unless you're watching Mappo or Map Completion.
Oh, Vincent, all you got to do is listen really closely and you'll realize that Botwoon has the exact same theme.
I know, but we don't get it as long.
Okay, that's fair.
Because usually Botwoon just gets wasted so quickly. Even though he does have the worst hitbox in the game.
Yep. All right. We do have a couple of questions in chat. Can there only be so many missing item spots? That is correct. And I think that number is right around 60. We have kyzentun into Kraid. I do believe that the bosses are not randomized. So when we find the boss, it's the boss. Of course, in this case, I think the bosses can be any door. So that's your fun random for the bosses. And then a question, what sprite is kyzentun using? That is the triple gamer sprite.
Well, we are getting prom night with Kraid. We've got 2 boss fights on the screen at once.
More importantly, we have both pieces of DLC from Super Metroid on screen at the same time. Chat, it's a treat for you tonight.
Kraid stand-up. And Spospo. 2 races in a row where I got to see Spospo.
Ooh, the Little Shop of Horrors boss. I have never heard Spospo called that, Agilis. I like it.
That I like that because it is a man-eating plant.
Yeah, the only other name I've heard for Spospo is I've heard Spospo called the Salad Boss.
Salad Boss, okay, because he's in an area green. Okay. All right, here's hoping for PapaSchmo that this is super missiles. And it is.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the gamble. That is a big gamble.
That's a huge gamble, and Honestly, I'm gonna call that paying off, even if that isn't the only available super missile pack.
Yeah, for a couple reasons. One, the super count will be limited, so even just getting that pack of supers is a huge help. Two, if that was the required pair or set of super missiles, now PapaSchmo is kind of in the driver's seat.
Absolutely. And while we were talking about that, kyzentun takes down Croc. Poor Croc, just chilling at home. Samus busts in and puts him right in the acid.
So in chat asking, so why is that Sposo boss so rare on so many runs? Well, the reason is that one, it's a massive time sink, and two, if you already have super missiles, you can access that item behind Sposo without ever actually going into the boss fight. So obviously, if you can choose to skip that extremely long time sink, then you're going to take that opportunity every single time. So in the 100%, in any percent, in low percent, you'll never see that run. But in some of these randomizers, or 100% map completion, you will see the run. All right, nice job by kyzentun. We get that D boost. Rewarded with an E tank, which in this you will never complain about E tanks because hell runs are in logic more often than not.
Absolutely. And besides that, just that extra E is often the difference between being good and finding a spazer.
Okay. Not the best item in the world. While you're down here, do you check Indiana Jones?
Yes.
I 100% agree. Yep, and I think we're gonna see that. Yeah, a spring ball to me is the best ball. But Spazer, hey, you know what? Having an extra beam right now is something I'm not complaining about at all. I want an extra beam. 100%. That's more damage. If I have to do if I don't find any other beams and I don't have a lot of super missiles, that's a much faster mother brain fight.
Yes, so we did get another question in chat. Are spazer blocks active in Bag of Snakes? No. Spazer blocks are actually a feature of the dash randomizer. This is, of course, not the dash randomizer.
I might have just read the best line in chat I've ever seen. That Spazer is the Timu plasma beam. Like
Yeah, I usually call spazer the we have plasma beam at home beam.
There we go. I mean, it's
And so the IBJs will continue, and there are power bombs. That's a huge find.
Okay, so both players have now a significant find that the other does not have.
I missed an assembly code discussion for Super Metroid. I'm sad now. Just because assembly code is awesome. Though honestly, look at it in a hex editor. Don't just read the ones and zeros. You'll go mad.
But 0110.
I think it's a quote from the show Futurama, where I believe it was Fry who slapped Bender and said, "Bender, there is no 2."
That's that sounds like something that Futurama would say. All right, with that extra E-Tank, this check should be free. Oh, hey. Look at what Croc provided today. Not only did he provide
like a beam, a grapple beam.
Yes, we have a grapple. I have my favorite saying from Randomizer, which is ABC always bet on Croc. Croc provided power bombs and a grapple beam. That's That's a couple of pretty big items coming from our poor, disposed friend.
Well, also the Spazer beam. That's not a nothing beam. Yeah, I was wondering what PapaSchmo was doing. Didn't he
Muscle
already
memory.
kill?
Muscle
Yeah,
memory.
gotta be.
That's definitely one of those, wait a minute, aren't I supposed to do that? Like, I mean, very, very likely. When's the last time do you think PapaSchmo has had to do a Spospo fight outside of this race? It's probably been a minute. Oh, look
Probably the last Hardway to Hell seed.
I was going to say, look what we're going to get. And we're going to get an early X-ray check, but
we've
already got the
beam.
grapple. This is totally free. Doesn't even take...
Not free, but very much easier.
I mean, it's basically free. But what are we rewarded with here?
Oh, it's got to be nothing. No, it's something. It's power
second set of
bombs.
power
Okay,
bombs.
well.
Okay.
Is PapaSchmo doing it? PapaSchmo's doing it.
Oh my gosh. PapaSchmo's doing the
Get
thing.
your moon dances in chat. Croc has already fallen. Chat, moon dance is out. We're going to have fun tonight.
Here we go.
So Vincent, I honestly, we should have been playing bingo tonight because we've had Sarah's station. We're getting a moon dance.
We got Spospo.
We got a Spospo. We got a Crade stand up.
Oh man, this is all the bingo card. Like what else? Like how about Suitless Meridia and Suitless Ridley? Like let's just. Well, we already got a Suitless Ridley.
Well, you got Sarah's Ridley, but yeah, Suitless Meridia, Suitless Lore Norfair. I mean. Both on the table.
Of course, all the things.
You know, we might be missing West Meridia at the rate this is going, because I do believe that the seed will cut out one area.
Yes, which is sad because I was West Meridia born and raised.
Yep, and all the power bombs, but no super missiles. So far, it's looking like. And in fact, seeing the power bombs at Edicoons, this moon dance, if PapaSchmo can complete the trick, will be power bombs.
What's nice about PapaSchmo though is when he does complete this trick, he can check what's behind that door, where kyzentun was not able to, unless this happens to be, nope, just more power bombs. Okay.
I'm beginning to think those supers behind Spospo are the supers.
I'm thinking so too, and I'm wondering if one of kyzentun's going to catch that sooner than later. But that might be required. I mean, the kyzentun may actually be on the intended route of get the power bombs from Croc before you. Well, no, never mind. It would definitely be kill Spospo and then go get it. Like, yes, so far as we can tell, Spospo was logical because that was where PapaSchmo found his first set of super missiles, which kyzentun has not grabbed yet, because I'm pretty sure in his mind he's like, Spospo's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah, and not an unreasonable thing considering we found Red Tower. There's a lot of connectors in Red Tower.
There were 2 packs of power bombs in Edicoons.
Yes.
So PapaSchmo will get this, and will get power bombs, and would not have to do Indiana Jones. I mean, doesn't know that, but
yeah, I'm gonna claim the moon dance is still slower than Indiana Jones with the IBJ, but
yes,
it's cooler.
It is cooler. For those that you don't know what PapaSchmo's doing, what he's doing is he's setting up some movement. Setting up movement, I don't know how to exactly technically explain it, but when he's done, he's going to be able to go and just drop into the Edicoons out of nowhere with the fastest moonfall ever. And it gives you early access to that area without the required power bombs to access it. It's something that some of the runs do take care or do incorporate, like as someone said, the one run lower Nerf air reverse boss order uses that.
And chat, I'm looking up to see how many PapaSchmo had to do for those moonfalls. So what PapaSchmo was doing there was actually moonfalling each time you saw Samus turn around. And it's 120 something, but unfortunately, the wiki doesn't say how many, so I am not 100% sure.
Yep, and there you see, able to sneak right through and drop immediately and access that area without power bombs.
So the one danger here is if PapaSchmo had not taken a save and there were no power bombs down here, PapaSchmo would be soft locked. And of course, it's all power bombs now.
Oh, the item behind the door is power bombs too. Wow.
So yes, that means Edikuns is all power bombs.
And Kai is going to check my favorite room in the game. Oh, just using regular bombs. Doesn't want that animation slow down to those power bombs when he doesn't have to. And here we go, up onto the invisible bridge to my favorite named room in the game, the Billy Mays room. Let's see if it actually hit. Nope, we got nothing and nothing. Oh, but wait, there's nothing. No additional shipping and handling required.
That's awesome. And all for the low price of however long it's taken to come back here and check this.
Granted, they'll still charge your card, as Pat said, but you know.
Yeah, no refunds.
Nope, there's no customer service department. You call the number, it's actually disconnected. And the phone number is 1-800 all zeros.
Oh, Yando looked it up, or knew it. It was 176 moonfalls to set up Moondance. So there we go, chat.
That's
I've been
lot.
saved.
Oh, look what we got here, Adam.
Ooh, boy. Now we'll be able to find out all the locations where there isn't anything, and oh no.
Oof. I hope we have a recent save.
Yes, there was a save back in Greenbryn before Kai went up to check Billy Mays.
Okay. All right. First shot gate glitch there by PapaSchmo. Got that set up off the ledge. And another pack of super missiles. Ooh, that's interesting. kyzentun could go check that now. He's going to
No.
up here to save.
kyzentun could look at the gate, but without super missiles can't open it.
Oh, that's right. Dang it.
I like it though, but look where kyzentun's at right now.
Folks, we get round 2 of SpeedGaming. So SpeedGaming was required. How about that?
To the best of our knowledge, SpeedGaming was required this seed.
I'm all for it. Love it.
Yeah, I'm thinking kyzentun probably checked everything else that was possible. Double SpeedGaming, what does it mean from Tharkus? It's very simple. It means there's only one pack of supers accessible behind SpeedGaming.
What does it mean? It means that so far we have done some really stupid things in this run, and we gotta love it. Series start, required Spospo, like suitless series Ridley. You gotta love it.
Don't worry, I have it on good authority that there will be more stupid coming.
That's kind of just what happens when you have a bag of snakes ruin the day.
It is.
All right, that was a very quick Spospo fight for kyzentun there. That was much faster. So that's a big time save. Also, not having to do the moonfall will be a big difference. But now we'll see these super missiles, and we'll be very happy to see them. No complaints from kyzentun there.
So there is a question about from Agilis. What area is locked out? Do we know? I believe it's going to have to be West Meridia. However, is it possible that there's no Upper Norfair?
That could also be a thing. Oh, PapaSchmo does the faster IBJ. Oh, misses that one though, and is now going to elect to do the safer one. Okay. This is the one I can do. I can't do the double bomb jump.
I was going to say PapaSchmo got the laddered double bomb jump earlier, but didn't have the requisite power bombs for the door over here.
Yes.
And kyzentun, having got that the supers behind Wavegate, takes a second to power bomb out the side hoppers.
Yeah, with only 61 energy, playing safe, because those things pack a wallop, especially with no suits. So want to avoid them at all costs when you're at low energy. You especially do not want to take a death without being able to reset after that Spospo fight.
Yeah, definitely want to get a save in there. Don't want to have to refight our favorite boss.
Now, there's only one other thing that would make this an absolutely epic run. Required shack tool.
Oh, why not? So imagine if there's not enough ammo to complete the game by using ammo, and you have to do shack tool to get charge beam. You're welcome.
Imagine if there's no people. Imagine if there's no ammo.
Well, all it has to be is all the ammo is oops power bombs.
I would be totally for this. Oops. PapaSchmo did not want to do that. Trying to get this continuous morph ball jump.
Yep, we did find Dragon at the Green Bryn side of Meme Route.
There we go. Yep. PapaSchmo almost got that the first time, but just missed that unmorph in that last second.
All right, popping out at the Chronic door, which means we do have Upper Norfair. Making the run to Bubble Mountain is PapaSchmo.
And here we go with the ammo loadout we have. We are able to Crystal Flash. And that does allow us to make this all run. Oof. Nice job avoiding that.
Yeah.
Almost ate all of that. That would have been no good. Is going to come in here and
not
farm.
quite out of the woods yet, but I think once we get through this farm, we will be.
No, and this is a farm you definitely hold on to, because you're going to get a super refill and then a whole bunch of energy back.
Yeah, usually, and Tharkus is right. You could see that maybe PapaSchmo is doesn't always have morph bombs there to have the backup to do the HBJ instead of the continuous wall jump in mode. We're Yondo. We're in Hardway to Hell. Logic is just a suggestion.
There is no, well, yeah, and we're in a Hardway to Hell bag of snakes, so logic is non-existent. This is the least the reserve tank. Okay,
well, we've got a reserve tank. We have X-ray. You know what that means. It means that we could be having some fun R mode shenanigans.
Bag of Snakes is officially the most anti-Vulcan thing in existence.
No, Bag of Snakes is just Romulan. It's okay.
I mean, my statement still checks.
It does.
Are we gonna? We're reloading our tank. We did take a safety save. No, did we? Did PapaSchmo take a safety save here?
Kai, that's not gonna work. You only have 7 missiles.
All right. I do like refilling that that trash can and going for this run just to check.
Yeah, you gotta have the full to be able to get out of here, because without that, you're just not making out. Oh, that E-tank means we can make it out. Oh, I wouldn't even pop that reserve. I'd leave that E, walk in. Well, maybe use some of the reserve. I don't know what I would do. I'd be dead like 15 times over in this seat already.
I do enough to make sure I can get in and out of the next room, and then take that. I would have tried to take the refill on the way out. Wave beam.
Wave
okay.
beam.
That's a nice boost to our damage base on that beam. Oh, what did I say that kyzentun needed to do to avoid?
Something saving.
Does anyone have the spam from Zenny's chat about I always save? Because that's kind of fitting in this moment.
Honestly, who had third Spospo on their bingo card? Come on. Somebody had to have it there.
That would put us in that, like, that's like the bracket that picks all the 16 seeds to win, but somehow is still alive. Like, that's how unlikely this is.
And that's absolutely fair. So the real question is, was Upper Norfair locked? Well, actually, no. You need a super missile to get down there to get the wave beam. So never mind. It was locked. Locked.
Always bet on rock. Wait. It's always bet on croc. That's my.
That's right. I mean, Croc hasn't let us down yet this seed.
Croc did not let us down earlier. The race I called yesterday. I think Croc is just going to be loaded this tournament. The game's like, you know what? Croc is just going to be. Croc is my boy. That's what this tournament's saying. All right, what glorious things we're going to find here?
Hopefully, we're going to shoot things quickly so we can see them.
Okay.
Well, missile and a super, you probably want to try to keep those, but we're not keeping it on that particular run-in.
What you don't want to do is have that very difficult movement path in, because that was rough. Rock required in 5 of the 6 seeds you've seen this weekend. Yeah, that sounds like this tournament. Especially when you're talking about very low item loadouts. That how many? What that's? These 4 checks.
5.
5 checks. Yeah, that's a lot of items locked behind an area when you're talking about extremely low percentages to skip. It's kind of necessary to check out. So now we do see that we have one player has Spazer, one player has Wave, one player has Grapple, one has X-Ray. All kinds of different information. Although kyzentun did have X-Ray, just unfortunately took that death.
Uh-oh. Looks like PapaSchmo is going to take another death.
Yep. That's unfortunate. Oh no, do we have the...
We got perma beeps.
Oh, the echo is in place.
Don't worry, chat. I've got you.
All right. How to be driven nuts.
And I do like this idea from PapaSchmo to go check the wave area. At the very least, it's a palate cleanser from trying to get through. That's like salt in the wound right there.
At the same time, it's also like, okay, now I know I can go do it. Like, oh, and hey, look, another super pack. Okay. So apparently checking wave first was the move, and that's okay. There are far worse things that could have happened here. Tries the first time, is like, nope, I'm just not messing around. I'm gonna go take the longer way, but not today, Satan. I'm not gonna have this happen twice.
Yep, we do see kyzentun bothered by that super door down at Edicoons. Does go down there and pick up that power bomb pack.
I don't hate that, knowing that this logic can involve lots of hell runs, so power bomb packs are incredibly important. And
oh, absolutely, but I don't hate it just from the fact that it was a check that didn't get done, so it can just eat at the back of your mind, and who knows, that could have been some kind of progression. From kyzentun's view, that check, of course, well, from everybody's view, it's behind power bombs and super missiles, so.
This is one of those strange situations where we can't really, sometimes in the other randomizers or other races, you can kind of clearly see, okay, this person's way ahead or this person's way behind. Like, it's not really clear right now.
Not at all. I mean, until we see somebody in Torian, that's or on the road to Torian, it's very difficult to say because these seeds tend to have very slow progression. And looks like PapaSchmo is going to try Crystal Flash here, and the dragon is going to say no.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
Yeah, Norfair Reserve definitely giving PapaSchmo the business tonight.
Woo!
Did you say go fast? Because kyzentun's about to go fast.
Alpha PBs is speed. All right. Let's go. There's another word I would say there, but that's not chat friendly.
And we've got Audra in chat saying you can jump, soft morph, and it'll avoid the PB bounce so that it doesn't bounce you into the dragon's projectile. And Audra might be wondering, well, why are you saying that? Well, usually it's just for the people on YouTube who are watching, and I can pass along some knowledge that's better knowledge than I have. And maybe I'll even remember it. Well, this is one place to farm for sure, and kyzentun does have the farming beam.
Definitely the intended use of that beam. It's never to kill a boss. It's never to access X-ray very quickly. It's definitely to farm. Honestly, that beam, I would feel much more comfortable running these, having that beam, knowing how much I can farm.
Absolutely.
More just how much easier it is to farm.
It definitely makes farming faster. Even here, like in the Batcave.
Okay, watching that sprite in speed is amazing. Oh, I actually really like PapaSchmo doing this. Now that he's refilled energy, taking this save so he doesn't have to go try to refill again. I think that's a really good idea.
Absolutely. Plus, all completely full on ammo.
Right, which means most of the drops, if necessary, will be nice. First try spring ball jump to get up there. Most of the drops will be energy.
Yep. Just a little bit of a chance of getting a super missile.
This is a much safer place to do this.
Absolutely.
We know we've got more than enough energy to get back.
Oh
so,
boy.
Woo. Was that speed?
That was Climb Supers having Ice Beam.
That's speed ice. That's spicy. Very spicy.
All right, PapaSchmo does make it out of Norfair Reserve. Going back to the Bat Cave to do a little more farming.
So do we call? Do we? Oh, Smindy Nova, thank you for subscribing for 77 months to this channel. Awesome. Thank you for supporting SpeedGaming. Do we call this the Spazer Ice Beam the Spice Beam? And since Samus is female, it's the Spice Girl Beam.
Oh God. I don't even know what to say, Vincent. Good job, because it's hard to get me to have nothing to say.
The question is, what Spice Girl would Samus be?
I have no idea, because I know of the group, the Spice Girls, but I cannot tell you any of their names.
So we got a sassy, a sporty, a scary, like.
Probably scary. Just because. Don't mess with Samus.
I mean, she does have, like, you know, she walks around in a suit that has a cannon for an arm. Like, yeah, I don't think there is a sassy Spice, so yeah, she probably would be the sassy Spice, because she's, you know, that's just kind of her thing. Love seeing the spring ball actually used in movement. And where's PapaSchmo going to find? What do we got? Okay.
I think
we've already seen
Oh no,
this.
PapaSchmo did, but PapaSchmo hasn't. We saw that on kyzentun's side.
Okay. Well, at least I'm watching a seed where under the hour mark both players have super missiles. Wait. Huh. I'm kind of surprised that Kaizen but didn't go check Waterway.
Maybe thinking about these portals over here, or maybe coming in here to kill Dragon.
Don't hate it.
Not at all. It is entirely possible that our progression is behind Dragon.
You know, the more I think about it, just for who she is, Samus would actually just be Samus Spice. That's just who she'd be.
Oh boy, I think we're getting some blue suit action going on here, and that Crystal Flash animation was awesome.
Now that we got this refill, we're gonna see.
Oh, only had it for a second.
We're gonna get some. Okay, now we're hopefully gonna get some fried shrimp.
Not that time.
Third time's a charm. Or is kyzentun just going, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna missile you.
It's so fun to watch the Dragon fight when you've got that blue suit, because you can see kyzentun just using it to stay standing and absolutely pepper into Dragon with some supers on those swoops.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but as you're moving, you are invincible in the blue suit, correct?
I believe so, yes. It's basically speed echoes. Honestly, I didn't call it out because I thought kyzentun was making a mistake, and I should know better than that. kyzentun absolutely took the first shot from Dragon intentionally to get into Crystal Flash range.
Ah, that makes sense. PapaSchmo doing the dance, waiting for the waiver to get into place, and is going to go for this extra backup strat. He's got a plan. He's got a plan. Come on, Papa, you got this. All right.
He's got bombs.
Oh yeah, just getting the first one and not falling back and down and taking more unnecessary damage. Definitely don't want to see that. So
Absolutely don't.
I'm just sad we don't have plasma, so we couldn't get the kind of shrimp I will never eat. Microwave shrimp. All right. And more E. So definitely not progression.
Not progression, but we're not turning it down.
That's making... Oh no, PapaSchmo.
Oh. And
there's-
kyzentun's actually holding onto this blue suit and doing the grapple escape. Oh, just barely missed it.
I was going to say a very good execution, but that first time it wasn't great. Air fryer shrimp I've had. Yeah, I've had air fryer shrimp. Air fryer shrimp, I'm all good with.
Yeah, I was gonna say air fryer shrimp's good.
Ace is in chat saying, why blue suit here, Kai? I don't know. I'm wondering the same myself.
We're just gonna completely walk through waterway here, though.
Have you seen the, or was it you I was doing coverage with when someone did a spring ball, or did like a spring ball jump through here to like super rush through the water?
Maybe. I've seen that several times, and we are getting speedless speedway from PapaSchmo.
That is awesome. I gotta agree with chat. This is very swaggy. If I could, I would absolutely provide shrimp for all of chat. In fact, I should message him and see if he would join us. One of the members of my community and one of my friends.
Oh, he can't speedless speedway. Duh, he doesn't have the spacer beam. The beam's not wide enough to hit all the blocks. Oh no.
Oh.
And thank you for saying that, Baron of Red. I would have realized that eventually, maybe.
Got to be careful there, otherwise you take the long fall. As kyzentun jumps over.
This is just impressive to see.
Holding this long.
Well, kyzentun definitely has a place that he is going, and I can't wait to see what it is.
I as well. This is fun. Kai and I got to watch Nick Player saving a G mode suit to run through Meridia yesterday. So watching this blue suit and Kai, it's kind of apropos. Already, no, we have not seen Meridia or ship.
You know, that's true. Wreck ship could be omitted because you could just go into the Fantune boss door. Or one of the transitions could be just into the Fantune room. I know what I'm trying to say, chat. I'm saying it badly. Of course, East Meridia could also be omitted because we did find Dragon. So, yeah, all bets are off.
So at this point, both runners are just kind of taking stock of, okay, what have I done? What haven't I done? What's available? What can I do? What the heck is the seed trying to tell me? Yesterday, the race I watched, this croc escape was required.
Unfortunate for PapaSchmo. There's really nothing to do here. Good quick reset.
Yesterday, the logical super missiles were supposed to be the short charge croc play, or as someone else did, which was incredible to watch, a reverse crumble shaft climb. And the other supers were at ice. So it was absolutely insane to watch runners suffer and through that and make it happen.
PapaSchmo just didn't have the power bomb selected. Quite unfortunate. Yondo, come on. Ferdy means wreck ship, not the gunship.
Well, we just saw the difference there as kyzentun just lapped PapaSchmo because he had that grapple beam to quickly get through. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
That's a big movement item if I've ever seen one.
I'm going to go ahead and say Gravity Suit doesn't exist in this seed at all.
Nope, this is setting up for a suitless Meridia if I've ever seen one. All right, Papa, get it.
Yeah, I have faith in PapaSchmo. We're gonna pull it off this time.
Well, I think this time he's going to be a little bit further away, but he can do the unmorph. Oh,
some rage wave beams into the wall.
Yes, that was definitely wave beams of spite.
Oh boy. Hello,
boy,
Ridley.
That was a quick nope rope there by kyzentun.
Yeah, we're a little short of taking on Ridley right now. Did you order Lore Norfair, Vincent? Because we found Lore Norfair.
You know what, though? So the seed I watched yesterday, Lower Norfair Ruby was Gravity. And then behind that in the jail room was Ice. So it's very possible that the seed might want them to go there.
Yeah, I honestly don't think Gravity exists, and I'm only saying that because we have Ice, Spring Ball, High Jump, and Grapple Beam. That's like the full suitless Meridia kit.
All right.
All right, PapaSchmo makes it up.
Excellent. Love to see it. Yeah, Papa. All right, I'm gonna feel good seeing high jump boots. Those are definitely an item you're never sad to get.
Well, it depends. Could you have had it like 10 minutes ago and gotten it easier? Then you might be a little sad, but you're still taking it.
This is very true.
E-tank at the back. Nice move there by kyzentun to freeze that Sova.
And here we get to see the intended route through this room.
So the question is, go ahead.
I was just going to say, nice little refill we're not going to sneeze at. But what were we going to say? What?
I was going to say, we did pick up another super missile pack. So we, in theory, could do a fun little suitless Ridley fight. Suitless Lower Norfair Ridley.
We're really close there at 25, right?
He's got 25, only 15 in hand, though. PapaSchmo seeing the energy tank at Crumple Shaft.
He's going to go for it. It's just wanted to get some momentum here to get this jump. Yep, absolutely. And gets back up and out. Nice job.
That is the way it's done.
Yeah, without speed, not going to take that route, but now probably feels a little bit more comfortable approaching some of these hell rounds by having that. Question, because I haven't seen, did kyzentun go past Cathedral? Have we seen that? What's there yet?
We did not go back through Cathedral to see what's up there. We did find at the top of the Upper Norfair elevator, we do have Ridley on the left and the back of Lower Norfair on the right.
Yes, so that's fun.
We're going to put that fun in quotes.
Yes, yes.
But with this super missile here, we do have the 30 supers that are the minimum to kill Ridley. And in fact, it is beginning to feel really like a suitless seed.
Like fully suitless, yes. We've got access to Ridley this early with enough E-tanks to do it and enough missiles to do it. Granted, it's very tight, but certainly possible.
So, let's see. The only thing we're missing right now is Fantune for items we need to take care of to be done with this seed. We have seen Torian.
Yeah, kyzentun is pretty much in, like, if he can kill Ridley with this layout, is in go mode, right?
Yes. Actually, we are short.
Oh, look
ammo.
at that.
So we still don't have enough ammo to kill Mother Brains. So
Okay,
we would need Charge Beam.
But look at what we just found.
We have Baby Charge. We found
We
an
do have
E-tank.
Baby Charge, yeah. That E-tank to me says go kill Ridley. But
yeah, I completely forgot Baby Charge. Yeah, we don't even have to worry about it. We can take that Nerf Charge Beam right in. We didn't even need any beam upgrades. It's just a short, like 900 shot Mother Brain fight.
right, you know, nothing, no big deal, right? Where was Wave? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Wave Beam was at the Speed Booster location.
Okay, that's right. Which kyzentun will definitely get here in a second. Oh, look, okay, now Now I'm really thinking that he's going to get this, going to go up to speed, get that item up there, see that he's got wave beam, going to have baby charge, ice, wave, spacer, 35 supers, is going to read between the
another
lines.
E-tank even at the speed booster at the missiles
Oh
outside.
yeah, still have 9 E-tanks plus a reserve. Yeah, this is the reading between the lines here. This is clearly telling you, hey, remember that Ridley? I hope you like Ridley because you're gonna Ridley, and you're gonna Ridley with no suit.
Actually, if you look at it, the other thing to think about, we have tons of E-tanks, and we're one power bomb pack away from having 3 full crystal charges, or crystal flash charges.
Yeah, there's way more than enough items here to...
Well, I'm just thinking about what if you... So imagine this rudeness, because, you know, I chat. Are you with me? Do we want this seed to do something actually rude? So imagine... Oh, go ahead.
Are we thinking what I'm thinking, that maybe Phantoon's door is Ridley's door?
No. We're thinking that we have to go reverse acid dive to get to Phantoon at the front of Lower Norfair. That's what I'm thinking. Varia and Wasteland. That's a possibility, Baron. Of course, looking at what we have, it's also a possibility that there just is no Varia suit in the seed.
Yeah, I don't think Varia exists. And I actually am doubting that Gravity exists. As I say that, please realize I mean Gravity suit. I'm not like some flat earther who believes in, like, you know.
It's obvious Gravity exists. Look at how fast Samus falls. Oh no. There you go, Vincent. Now we're gonna have a discussion about how much Earth sucks because of gravity, or lack thereof.
Well, you know. It's better than our other home options right now, so I'll take it. Yes, it is always trying to kill us, but, you know. All right, here we are.
All right, here we go. X Factor start. I like it.
Love it.
Nice.
That actually, yeah, that's actually really nice. That cuts down on the number of supers needed to accurately hit.
Only by 2, but hey, that's still 2 less you gotta do. Oh my goodness, chat. Did you call double Ridley right now here on screen? Because it's happening.
So, technically, we have seen 4 suitless Ridley fights. 2 of them were in Series Station, but 2 more right here. And what we are seeing from PapaSchmo is like a much harder fight because he's got way less E-tanks, but oh, space jump. Hello, beautiful. Exactly what he wants right now.
Oh no, PapaSchmo just got hecked up by those flames.
Oh, heckin' flames.
Nice pause. Okay, you can do it, Pops. We believe in you. Just like 6 more of those.
That was a really good fight, though. Like, we look at the difference. kyzentun, like, all the way down to next to nothing with that many tanks. For Papa to be that close with just 5 tanks and I think 2 reserves, like that's really good execution.
It was literally that one fireball because Ridley was swooping down for the grab and Pops had a reserve tank. So
heckin' fireball.
Ridley is a jerk.
Very much so, and going here for a refill because this is easily the best refill in Norfair. Well, at least this section in Orfair.
So I don't normally like to say there's any kind of a lead in Hardway to Hell races, but I'm gonna go ahead and say kyzentun has a pretty decent lead right here.
I agree, and I like that. Yeah, speaking of, knows just to go here, grab onto that. Got a great energy refill. There's that X Factor start from PapaSchmo. Let's see if he can get through this without that heckin' errant fireball this time.
Nah, Ridley's being a jerk.
Yep. Ridley, the most unpredictable and mean boss in this game.
Ridley's so bad, there's actually 2 AIs involved, one for Ridley himself and one for the tail.
That had to be fun to code.
To be fair, it's coding. Hopefully it was fun all around. Alright, take 3 for PapaSchmo. This time, we're gonna see a dead Riddles.
3rd time's the charm. I believe it. I believe in PapaSchmo. It's a second X Factor?
Yeah, that time the second X Factor landed cleanly, so this should be really good.
Yes, and got a really good pogo manip there. Gets a couple extra shots in here. All right, come on, Ridley, cooperate. There we go. All right. Pogo manip again. We got the high jump to make that easier. Oh, no, 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 no. Not like this. Waiting on the grab.
Oh, got the grab, but
too late. Yep, and then just gets randomly tail whacked.
I think that without a reserve, or without being in that with the reserve tank, it's just too late. If you're under 100 health, you're gonna die.
kyzentun and I talked about this yesterday. He just got the got an E-tank from the copyright compliant rodent room, and that's one you'd almost rather have on the way out, but you take what you can get.
Yep, that one just now was Franker Z missiles, but yeah, absolutely.
Oh yes, we're not at the. That's right. That's right. Copyright and compliant rodent room is located next to GT. All right.
Yep.
I saw that we were
other
in
side
that
of
area.
Lower Norfair.
Yep, other side, which we're likely going to see because we're probably gonna have to go check that door.
Yeah, I do know that down here, PapaSchmo had actually come out of this door, which is why I know the Ridley door is not the answer.
Ah.
Why is there a Varia suit?
What?
See?
What?
Easy game.
What? What? Remember what I said earlier?
I know why there's a Varia suit. Because somebody was paying attention and noticed that F Junk Dump had bet on Suitless. And so, of course, it's got to be Varia.
Remember when I said a little bit earlier that I have a feeling the seed wants you to go there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And I said the exact, like, it was the Hotarubi location that had the Varia suit yesterday. Today it's Fire Fleas, but either way, the same progression, progression to the same room essentially, or same area. Now here's
very much the same area. Oh my goodness.
That's an embarrassment of riches. Now we hit the copyright compliant rodent room. We've got charge. We got everything but plasma. This is like Metroid on easy mode now. Well,
this is Hardway to Hell easy mode because the only thing we are missing would be the gravity suit because plasma and screw attack are guaranteed to not exist.
Wow, this is like, yeah. No complaints there by kyzentun, realizing, yeah, this is now just, this is a race to a Turian once I take down that space ghost when I see him.
Just gotta find the space ghost. Also, does that mean we saw 0 Meridia?
We saw 0 Meridia. Did we see a ship?
We've seen 0 ships so far too, but we also have this entrance over here on the front side of Lower Norfair.
And we've
so
got...
this could be ship.
Nope, it's just the ghost. Space Ghost. Actually, not just on a coast. It's actually coast to coast. Okay, PapaSchmo.
Neen knew what was going on. PapaSchmo, I think, got Ridley down this time. Just gotta collect the drops and get on out.
Oh, that was scary close.
Oh my goodness, gonna go for the item. It is worth it, but that's scary.
Come on, come on, come on. Get out, PapaSchmo.
All right. Just don't go to the right.
Don't go into the light. Here we go. Seeing kyzentun's in his last boss fight. PapaSchmo still has 3 bosses left. Just because of how the routing worked, but man, that gotta give some credit to PapaSchmo for that suitless Ridley fight there with only 5 tanks and the reserve. That's really impressive. Space Ghost down.
And in this case, we have Space Ghost under the sea of lava.
Down where it's, no, not wetter. It's nothing good here. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Kyzentun just ice water in the veins. Okay, we're gonna stay here in Crystal Flash.
Yeah. No reason to play that game and with no level of safety when we can do this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Adraxis that ice water in the veins, not so much the case when you take that Crystal Flash.
Well, it melts out, but honestly, continuing on trying to make that lava dive when you'd popped your reserves and you were just almost out, scary stuff.
Definitely scary, but you know what's not scary? Mother Brain when you've got this loadout. Especially with that many tanks, that's an embarrassment of riches in this game.
So that many tanks, do we see stand up?
Very likely. I don't see any reason not to with it. With that much energy, with you've got all but plasma for beams. It's not going to reduce it a ton of shots, but it will definitely make a difference. kyzentun is going, I'm going to kill you, heckin' pirates.
Best way to deal with them.
Here we go. But how much easier is this when you don't have to dive backwards and the room is not completely full? I didn't know the exit on the right-hand side when I played this game vanilla. So every time I played this game, I had to reverse acid dive until yeah. Granted, I had a ton of E-tanks by that point because for me it was really late in the game, but I only knew the reverse acid dive. I did not know that this secret exit existed.
Yeah, that little false wall at the top.
Yep, and it was really funny. I was watching someone blind play this game and they did not know that space existed, and when he found it, he was so mad because he wasted like 2 days trying to find it. But there it was. There's just a, easy out. Granted, not as easy because you have these 3 idiots to get past, but... So where in the brackets does this put these 2 runners? Where are they both? They are both in the winners bracket currently, correct?
I don't think so, but maybe. I'll go find the bracket.
I was going to look for the same thing.
So the winner of this match will face Junie June. This is down in the lower bracket.
Okay, okay.
The top bracket is down to just 2 people, Fringo Fox and Nick Blair.
Oh, that's right. The winners of those 2 matches, which were actually both yesterday morning. Well, at least yesterday morning, Central Time. Yeah, unfortunately, this means this is a win or go home situation, and kyzentun is on his way to Tyrion. Now, granted, we all know this. Stranger things can happen, so nothing is assured here. Hoping kyzentun somewhere along the way takes a safety save to prevent the worst case scenario, but that's a weird place to get caught.
Yeah, that little end up under that ledge with the morph ball.
Yeah, that's kind of just awkward.
So I do believe because this is area randomization, we should get that elevator refill when we head down into Torian.
Yes.
Unless, of course, we've turned that off because of this tournament.
Well, and also possibly turned off because we are in Bag of Snakes. Because,
I don't think it's turned off. We're going to find out in a second, because it turns out we're in Fast Turian, which means no Metroid rooms, no Zebatites.
Yep, we
also
just
no elevator and no refill.
Yep, here we are.
Oh, we did get a refill entering this room. Okay, well,
okay.
Yeah, no, not taking a save, but we have a ton of wealth. There's also no jar.
Oh, and hey, look, we have. Oh, no jar. That means less ammo required to get out of Mother Brain 1. Okay. But now we got 35 supers to launch into our face, and not full beam, but the Timu beam with charge ice
we've got
phaser.
new route beam. Yeah, I think PapaSchmo sees Croc, gonna bail on Croc. That is not the best move, just because we know there's a lot of goodies down there. And yes, thank you, Fluffy Mittens. There's the refill. I didn't know that was going to happen. And yes, this is the lower bracket. I try not to call it a loser's bracket because, quite frankly, all the players in this tournament are awesome players. And while only one person can win the tournament, we are all better for having these players participating.
100%. And the quality, I mean, I know you can agree to this. The quality of running over the last few years has just went up immensely. The curve took a spike, and even in any of the randomizer tournaments, even the lower brackets, you're watching just great execution, and it's really just in a lot of these races, it's down to routing difference, and there is some movement execution that does matter, but really, great racers across the board in these tournaments.
Absolutely. And even though the difficulty or the quality has gone up for the people you would be racing, if you're thinking about getting into running this game, please do.
Yes.
We are always looking for new people, just because, whether it's coming in running the game, or if you just want to come up here and talk about the game with people like me and Vincent, or track the game. SpeedGaming always looking for volunteers.
Yeah, I'm someone who I don't run the races. I am in a lot of the communities, and I actually do System of Vibrant Colors sets up a lot of the seeds of the week, and I've been practicing and doing those to get better. But it's just, honestly, if you enjoy this game at all, play it. Plenty of the events, you'll get multiple opportunities to play before it goes into finals or single elimination brackets. So, and it's a really great opportunity to meet people. And Adam, agree with me or disagree with me, like you can go either way, but this is easily one of the best speedrunning communities that exists.
Yes, this is absolutely a great speedrunning community. I don't know of anyone in here who is not welcoming, who's not willing to spend a little bit of time to explain tricks or just go over various aspects of the game. Honestly, just overall superb community.
You see that 100% see that in the in both the vanilla and the randomized communities as well. It's like, you look at Oats, Zenny, Zos, Behe, and they'll do, combine things together. They'll get a ton of people involved. But they're talking strategy and helping each other. But let's get the GGs going for kyzentun. Gets the W with an official race time GG of 1:29.58. What an awesome race by kyzentun. Both runners were, dealing with some difficulties, but absolutely great job there to finish this race and get that win.
Yeah, and almost immediately we see PapaSchmo throwing in the towel. And honestly, after the beating that this seed has put on PapaSchmo, I can't blame Pops at all for deciding it's been enough. And we are joined by both our race winner kyzentun and our runner-up PapaSchmo. GGs to both of you.
Hello.
kyzentun, congrats on the run. Congrats on the W. How did you feel about how that seed was routing you?
The routing of the seed was okay. I feel like I made some mistakes and took a couple of dumb deaths that didn't need to happen.
When you
one
found
was
that
intentional when I found that terrain portal. Like that one, I decided, okay, I'm resetting back to my save after finding this useless terrain portal. But the other death that lost my spore spawn skill, that one was dumb.
Yeah, that had to hurt. What did you think about finding that Varia in Fireflies?
I knew it was going to be there.
Okay.
So I looked at the area portals and I saw, okay, the only place left is Lava Dive, and doing reverse amphitheater requires a suit.
Okay.
I've cleared everything else, so Varia is going to be in Lower Norfair. The top of the back of Lower Norfair has more checks, so I'll do that first. And as a last resort, I'll go down to PBs of Shame if it happens to be there.
It reminded me of the race that you and I saw yesterday, where all the progression was at Hoda Ruby Missiles and Jail. Where
yeah, that was the story this weekend. Just go to Lower Norfair to get your suit.
when I first saw it, I was like, when I first saw that Ridley and the back entrance to Lower Norfair were there, I was like, you know what? I wonder if the seed wants you to go to Lower Norfair now. And you would have found Varia, which would have made that Ridley fight free instead of. And granted, with a number,
it's like Lower Norfair ammo versus Varia ammo. If I have the resources to do one, I have the resources to do other. So I just decided to do Ridley first. Like, there's an off chance that Ridley has the Varia suit, so I wanted to check Ridley before Lower Norfair.
Totally fair, and that meant that also let you only one way Lower Norfair and never see it again. So definitely a thing.
Yep.
Well, to be honest, all of chat won tonight because we got to see 4 suitless Ridley fights. Good job, gentlemen.
Or suitless Ridley fights?
Yes, you
I'm
had two
pretty
suitless
sure
Ridley
you
fights
were
in series.
suitless for series.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the other
I
thing
forgot
we
about
got,
that one.
the other thing we got was not 2 but 3 SpeedGaming fights.
Yeah,
Not
I need to work on
something-
my missile dopplers there.
Not something we expected to see. Did not expect to see a SpeedGaming, but we were kind of calling it as we're going through. We're like, yeah, I wonder if SPO is the logical supers, and turns out it was.
Yeah, that's why I kept that save near Spore Spawn while running away to go check other places, because I knew that Spore Spawn is possibly going to be my supers.
One of the big things is you did not bail on Croc and you went right for it, and that got you your logical power bomb fine.
Yeah, it was either Croc or Moondance. So yeah, I was not going to bail on Croc.
Well, and
after
guess what
deciding
route
not to do the
PapaSchmo
Moondance immediately. So
chose? He went for Moondance. So this seed filled out so many bingo cards.
oh yeah, there's
'cause-
3 powerbomb packs down there. So if I had gone for the Moondance like I had initially planned on, that would have worked out perfectly. But I thought, hey, wait, what if I don't have supers? What if there's powerbombs down there only behind the super door? I'm gonna look around a bit for supers first.
my
Yeah,
my
I feel.
go ahead,
Sorry,
Papa.
I feel like the Sportspawn fight is. I don't know if it's. I've just been lucky, but every time I played a seed, not every time, but a lot of the time I play a seed with slowest progression on, it tends to route that in when it tries to hide supers from you. So I just go straight for Sportspawn when I get to that point, and I still
Yeah, I
don't
should have done
supers.
that. I would have saved a lot of time if I had, but
You know what? It made it a pleasure for all of us to watch, and for chat for sure. This was definitely a different kind of race to watch. I mean, obviously the bag of snakes is always going to be strange logic, but definitely fun. And GG PapaSchmo, how did you feel about that run? What was going through your mind?
Well, it didn't start off too bad. I felt like once I pulled off Moondance on the first try, I felt fairly good about it. And I felt like more or less I still had a chance of winning. And then I kind of I had a bunch of silly deaths, as I'm sure was more or less expected, but um, the choices that I made mid race, I knew were probably not good choices. I knew I shouldn't try to continuously fight Ridley. I died, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. I knew I could do it with that amount of tanks. But I knew it would probably be smarter to try to go check Lower Norfair or go check Cathedral or go back to Dragon and just beat Dragon. Like all of those choices were probably better choices. But I just wanted to have a lot of fun, make it hard, and I feel like I did both of those things and did some fun stuff in the process. So I'm not too unhappy about it. I just hope it was an entertaining race at the least.
how many tanks did you have for Ridley?
5
I
in a
had, like-
reserve.
Oh man, I had like 7 or 8. So
Yeah. I pulled it off with 5 in a reserve, and then I went to Cathedral and found an E-tank after I beat Ridley. But
yeah, I did Cathedral first.
yeah. Yeah, see, those are smart decisions, kids. Make sure you make smart decisions.
And I also opened up with an X Factor, but my X Factor went a little bit off center, so
Yeah.
actually delayed my opening supers. So I only got like 2 opening supers instead of 4.
Yeah, I do two X Factors during the fight, which
Yeah,
is
I
good.
can't do the 2 X Factors without getting hit. So
It's if you watch the beginning of Zenny's tutorial, that really like set it in for me. If you
Yeah.
listen to the sound of Ridley like hitting the wall or whatever, and you do 2 supers and then you immediately charge. Actually, they use a music cue when it's like dun to dun to dun dun.
Yeah, and I think part of what he says is you continue holding the shot button after firing your second super, and hit select to change.
Yeah,
Well, hit cancel to change back to
to
your beam.
charge the second one. Yeah.
The problem for me is I've got shoot bound to S and item select bound to W, so they're effectively allocated to the same finger.
Oh,
So that's not really as easy for
Yeah,
me as
that's a weird
as a
fat
normal.
finger maneuver there for sure.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of good speedrun tricks. I got a foosball. You can't be happy with
Nice.
when you get yeah, can't be unhappy when you get one of those.
Yeah, I fought Dragon on just the 2 energy tanks and
Yeah,
the crystal flash ammo.
yeah. As soon as I got high jump, I was like, well, I should probably go back and fight Dragon, but
I
just
did it
never
without
did.
high jump, so I
Well,
figured
you
there's a chance
had
he'll have
grapple.
something good because he's so far away. So
Yeah, I didn't do Croc until the very end, before forfeiting.
yeah,
So
Croc had my power bomb, so
yeah,
I was in that Croc one way, locked behind the power bomb door at Red Tower, thinking, "Gee, if this isn't power bombs, I reset all the way to Green Shaft and lose my crate kill."
yeah, rough man. Well, hey, good luck. I don't know who you're facing off against next, but I wish you well. And everybody put on this tournament. This is my first time being in this tournament, and it was super fun. The settings being different every week, and just really having fun and trying some challenging stuff was really a worthwhile experience for sure. I for sure have some suggestions for the next one, but overall I think this was really a really awesome time. So thanks to everybody involved.
Yeah, I like the focus of learning lots of different settings and just kind of adapting to hard challenges, whereas the other tournaments are focused on going really fast and skipping everything.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Papa, it would, like you said your goal was to make it entertaining. You absolutely did. I really, I appreciate watching. I've seen you run plenty of times before. Enjoy watching it. Kai definitely enjoyed the race tonight. I think you guys both put on a good show. We definitely appreciate it. I can speak for my co-com for that one for sure. He agrees. Chat, we know we saw a lot of cool tricks, a lot of fun things. Things we don't always see watching other randomizers. That's kind of why I really like this Hardway to Hell, which I just discovered last week. I didn't know this tournament existed and opted in and got to watch, and I've really enjoyed it so far. So definitely enjoying it. Went back and watched a lot of VODs just to kind of see what it was like. PapaSchmo, you gave us your last thoughts. Well, and good luck in future tournaments. We know we'll see you there.
Thank you.
Kai, do you have any last thoughts?
I hope you enjoyed seeing this orange gamer sprite. This blue gamer when it's suitless, and the gray gamer when it has Varia turns orange when I pick up gravity.
We definitely enjoyed the sprite. When I was looking at it, it was like, and you were about to do Alcatraz escape. I'm like, man, this is normally like I'm looking at her body very closely when doing this. This has got to be a challenge to practice this. And not only did you you didn't immediately get it, but then you didn't have to fall back down and pulled up backup strats right away in an awkward sprite to get first try Alcatraz. I was like, wow, okay.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Did PapaSchmo do Gauntlet with only bombs and no energy tank?
I did Gauntlet, yes. I don't remember if I had just one. Yeah, I did it with one energy tank, and I did die one time stupidly, but second
I went in there
tries.
immediately with nothing, just
Yeah.
the bombs and the spring ball. Because
Oh
I
yeah.
figured, hey, Gauntlet
And then-
with bombs and no tanks is pretty hard. That's gotta be something.
If I get bombs, it's Gauntlet all the way for sure.
And then what did you guys get treated to going through Gauntlet in the most difficult way possible?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing and nothing.
A total nothing burger.
I thought that was great. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, it's rough, but hey, I definitely enjoy watching you both tonight. Kai, I think you have the Junie and You have the winner of the next race that Junie's in, I believe, in your next round, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think Junie already won that race.
Yeah, I think it's Kai versus Junie
Kai
is
versus Junie
is
right.
what's coming up there.
Yeah, that's that'll be fun to watch. Definitely one I want to. Adam, you and I should try to call that one together because that'd be a lot of fun.
Hey, it just has to be at a time when I can do it.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely can't be Junie and I commentating it because we'll be racing it.
You know, that'd be a miracle of some kind. But all right, I definitely gotta say I had fun. But Adam, do you have any last thoughts before we wrap this up and for the night?
I'll just say that if somehow Kai and Junie were allowed to commentate their own race, I could just see it being things like, so did you find missiles yet? Because I'm still looking for missiles, and it'd be stuff like that the entire race.
That's funny because I run a Final Fantasy VI Randomizer Junie, and that's exactly what happens. Have you found this? No. Yeah. I'm still at 3 characters. Yep. Nope.
I'm fighting the goddess.
Yep. Meanwhile, I'm fighting, the spicy chicken. So you know what, or Doom. You know what? That's definitely happened plenty of times. All right. Well, we absolutely had a blast tonight, and Chad, I know you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to the organizers who put this race together, put this tournament together. I know Rusty's part of that, and Colors
Vibrant.
is the other organizer. Yeah, Vibrant Colors. Yep. Yeah. Thank you to both of them for putting us on. SpeedGaming for giving us platform, and everyone who helps with comms and tracking. Trackers. Tracking is always difficult in randomizers. So, Adam, thank you for taking that double duty today, and thank you guys very much for joining us in chat, and thank you racers for giving us a great race. And we will see you guys next mission.
Thank you.
Have
very
a great
much.
night, everybody.
I'll see you next mission.
Peace.